Hey guys, First Regardsman here, and so I'll be talking about what is probably the easiest assault build in the entire game, especially to push hard stratagems against Tyranids with the Heroic Power Fist. Now, the Heroic Power Fist is an absolute gunstrike machine. The heroic perk effect here is called Follow-Up Shot. Performing a finisher marks a nearby Majora's level or higher enemy for a gunstrike. Light attack damage increases by 200%, but charge attack damage decreases by 50%. Now, a 200% increase in your light attacks means that you can actually just punch guys in the face in between gun strikes and parries very easily. This is also the heaviest hitting fencing weapon in the entire game for a Power Fist option, which is very powerful. Much better than the Relic Tier option, in my opinion, and for the most part, if you take the perks here, Armor Reinforcement to get armor back on non-finisher gun strikes on top of gunstrike damage options, you have a very hard time dying in this game with this build. That's what we'll be talking about today. Now, the main thing about this weapon is that you just build it the same as every other Power Fist, even though you have 50% reduced charge attack damage, because number one, the charge attacks on the Power Fist, the best part about them is their range attack, or like the range component where they go like 20 meters out, which is a very strong effect. And that is still the same here, so really good for that. Now, first perk is Perpetual Strength. Moving here into the perk Heavy Preparation. Heavy attack preparation times reduced by 30%. You just take this perk because the perk up here, Swift Recovery, just is not that strong in this game. And really the CHP recovery on the heavy attacks on this weapon still sucks at this anyway, so just pick this one up because getting more heavy attacks is just better. Next perk here is Perpetual Strength. Perpetual Strength for a 10% melee damage increase. And then I pick up the perk Focus Intention. When your health is below 30%, you will take 50% less health damage while preparing heavy attacks. This is one of the best damage reduction perks in the entire game, and the Assault class really doesn't have a damage reduction built into his base kit that much, so it's actually a very good option for him as well. And the next perk here is Tide of Battle. Power wave forward distance increases from 4 to 8 meters. Now, this perk's description is actually incorrect, because what this actually does is it ups your meters from 10 to 20. So the range of your Power Fist heavy attacks is just ridiculous with Tide of Battle. It is one of the best options in the entire game for this weapon, and just pick this one up because otherwise your heavy attack range kind of sucks. Now, next perk here is Strength of Will. Up here into the perk Following Blow. Back Fist and Back Fist 2 can be performed instantly after a charge thrust jab or hammer hook. This is much better on the block variant of the Power Fist because that one actually helps out breakpoints. Here you're just kind of getting like some extra stagger and stuff like that, and occasionally an execute. Still pretty strong, just not as good as like the block version. And the final two perks are Combo and Majora's Slayer, which are pretty decent and pretty much the standard for any Power Fist option. Now, for the secondary, I do take the Retribution's Bequest Heroic Heavy Bolt Pistol. This has the highest gunstrike damage in the game, and we are a gunstrike build after all. And the way I set it up is like this, going through Divine Might, into the perk Perpetual Penetration, Increased Capacity, Extended Magazine, and Death Strike. After killing a Majora's level or higher enemy in melee combat, you will deal 25% more damage for 10 seconds. This perk will also trigger off a melee finisher, not just a melee kill, so keep that in mind. A really good option overall to up your damage, and much better than the other option, which is just, a maximum spread decrease up here, so I would definitely go down the bottom tree. Next perk here is Great Might, moving here to the perk Strong Start, and then I pick up the perk Able Damage. After using a class ability, damage increases by 20% for 10 seconds. Now, a 20% damage buff on using your class ability is super nice for Assault because you will cycle your jump pack all the time with Zealous Blow. Really good option here, a really powerful synergy with the Assault class in general, and on top of that, this perk will simultaneously trigger with the other perk for a 50% range damage bonus on ample ammunition, give you a 70% buff on every single jump pack, so really good for that as well. Now, the final perk options are, of course, Home Precision up here into Gunstrike Reload, into the perk Tactical Precision for a 20% buff to your headshot damage, because this perk is just a free damage buff in my opinion. Headshots are all that matter on this weapon anyways, so just pick this one up. Now, as far as the heroic perk effect is concerned, No Help Is Coming is a partially bugged perk in patch 11. This one says shooting an enemy through least stream status stops for contra reinforcements and headshots will kill in one shot. Now, at the moment, this perk does not work on body shots at all. It will only work on a headshot to one-shot guys, which is pretty powerful, but in patch 12 they are fixing this, just keep that in mind. Though I will say, this perk saves you a ton of ammunition no matter what, because even though your base magazine is 6, and your base ammo reserves are 48 in this weapon, being able to one-shot a reinforcement calling guy will, number one, stop the reinforcement call, and number two, on hard strats and like lethal and above, you will run into enraged enemies, and anytime you stop a reinforcement call, that enemy will go enraged and get a full HP heal, so you're also removing them instantaneously. So really good option there. And I will also say, If you want to take the ammo variant of the Relic Heavy Bolt Pistol, you can do this too. This is way better for ammo economy, but I just prefer this one overall. Now for the Assault perk tree here, I do take Armor Reinforcement first. A non-finisher gun strikes restore one armor segment. This perk just scales up tremendously against Tyranids. It is such a good perk to avoid damage, and definitely good for newer players, and really any gun strike build. Mainly because any amount of armor remaining in Space Marine 2 will reduce all incoming melee damage to 0 even from bosses, so against Tyranids, this comes out to a tremendous amount of potential damage not being taken, which is really good for us. Next perk here is Defense Mechanism. Contested health fades 50% more slowly. One of the hardest things in Space Marine 2 for newer players to deal with is the CHP system, because it is a pretty short window to actually get your contested health back. So having a bit more leeway on that does help newer players when they're initially learning the mechanic, and really any player, because there are moments in Space Marine 2 where you will get staggered, you will get knocked around, and being able to have a slightly longer window on that will just let you get HP back you would otherwise lose. So pretty good option there too. Next perk here is Active Attrition. Enemies hit by damage from melee attacks executed while sprinting or dashing take 25% more damage for 5 seconds. This perk will apply a debuff to the enemy that will also boost up your gunstrike damage, and we are a gunstrike damage build here, so pretty good for us. And next perk here is Proven Efficiency for even more gunstrike damage. Then I move up here into the fabled combo of Smiting Angel, Zealous Blow, and Pride and Duty. Now, Smiting Angel and Pride and Duty are just here to enable ground pound damage, and Zealous Blow is just an incredible god tier perk for Assault in Space Marine 2. A ground pound kill restores jump packs charged by 10%. This perk will scale up with enemy density, so the higher difficulty you're playing on, the better this perk gets, especially versus Tyranids, because if you were able to land on a Hormigaunt swarm and get all of your charges back on top of just going back up and doing it over and over and over again, as long as there are Hormagaunts to land on that you don't synapse first, you'll just have infinite ground pounds effectively. So a really good option here, and even good versus Chaos, because Cultists will die in one hit and also trigger this, and Chaos Spawn do like to clump up, and also one-shot Zangors with a lot of weapon setup, so really good for that as well. Next perk here is Amp Ammunition. Any use of jump pack reloads the equipped ranged weapon, increases damage by 50% for 10 seconds. This perk is a very nice ranged damage buff. I will say, if you don't want to take this, you want to take Commitment instead, even if you're not using Wings of Flame, you could do this. Otherwise, your jump pack dash is just kind of unusable in this game. But I will say, if you are taking a weapon like Inferno Pistol for whatever godforsaken reason on a gunstrike build, this weapon does have a 5 business day reload speed, so being able to instantly reload it is a pretty nice option. Now, for the Prestige perk tree, I do take Unyielding Oath first. When charging a ground pound, you become invulnerable for 3 seconds. This perk basically makes your entirety, or excuse me, it makes the entirety of your jump pack trajectory invulnerable. All you have to do is hold down the jump pack ground pound button for like 1 second, or like a split second really. It'll instantly trigger this for the 3-second vulnerability, and invulnerability the entire time during your jump pack ground pound is just godly, so definitely pick this one up. Next perk here is Adrenaline Boost for no knockback enabling, and then we take Fortitude for a health increase of 15%, and Practice Aim for a range damage increase of 15%. Though if you want a range damage reduction, you could take Scramble Targeting. And that's pretty much all there is for this build, guys. The Heroic Power Fist is pretty damn easy to run. As long as you have Executes in front of you from Minoris or anything like that, you will trigger the Gunstrike effect of Follow-Up Shot, and more Gunstrikes means more armor, which means more damage, and that's just a pretty easy loop to basically accomplish for any Assault player in Space Marine 2. And that's all I'd say on this one, guys. Hopefully this build guide helped you, and as always, thanks for watching. Take it easy. Bye. Bonk, bonk.
That pitiful Xenos is but a horrible.
For the bit rate, thank you, Froggy, for the 100 bits. There we go.
I am airborne ready.
So with a Heroic Power Fist, you can actually gunstrike the zone probes as long as you, I'll grab you. Will it even reach him? I don't think so. Whatever. We'll do it this way.
Xenos hunger is insatiable, but the Imperium is dominant. Jump pack refuel.
Can you carry me to Havoc 40? Well, let me see. What game am I playing right now? Looks like Dark Tide to me. This is not a Mr. E stream.
Another alien falls to the Imperium.
At what exact hour does Tech Marine release? Probably, I can actually probably give you an answer to this. It's probably gonna be like 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. Probably 7 a.m. EST. Because that is historically true in the other patches. Maybe 5 a.m., but like definitely the morning. They very rarely ever do. I don't think they've ever done an afternoon release in my time zone.
The world is secret.
I don't suppose if you know whether or not we're getting Red Corsair decals. I can't answer this. You are indeed getting a Red Corsair chapter marking. So you can put that on the PvE ones as well. I actually forgot to put that in the video. But yes, you can do that.
The Xenos infestation is stemmed for now.
I forgot, when does the Tech Marine come out? It comes out February 26th.
Imperial thunder release. Jump back with you. Our foes won't go well.
Tightest breastplate from the campaign as a Twitch drop. My life is yours. I wouldn't mind that. That's probably one of the best chest plates in the entire game. Ow. For the barrel exploding. For this. Sorry, I'll land on him again.
It must be destroyed. I am the righteous Lord. Test Xenos has met its end.
How do you turn off bots and stratagems? You can't yet. You will be able to next patch in the custom stratagems mode. You won't get any XP for it, but they're also removing XP from hard strats in general pretty soon here. What's up, y'all? Hope everyone's day is going well. My day is going well, Plonk. How are you, Plonk? Not to be confused with Plank. You know, a wise man once said, life has many doors, Ed boy. So, words to live by. And I'm pretty sure there was a guy with a plank in that show. Truly wise words, yes.
That pitiful Xenos was but an abhorrent blight. Into the breach once more.
How many hours do you have in Space Marine 2? At least 10 minutes. At least 14 minutes.
This soil shall bear the corpse of a hive tyrant lord.
Which game is this? This is Space Marine 2.
Standards. We'll get enough to demolish the bridge.
Our foes will parade. Avenging angel exposed.
Mostly pizza. I think the prime sub. Mostly pizza.
Another
Why is he mostly pizza?
threat in there.
Oh, I should have grabbed that guy.
Reload.
There must be more charges
I
somewhere.
didn't know he's gonna prep another shot for me there. You thought this was the new WoW expansion? I mean, did you think World of Warcraft could come with graphics like this? Hell no. You only see graphics like this in a World of Warcraft trailer. What's up, Doc? How you doing? Let's grab this. Pretty sure these guys are called the Zerg. Alright, I know chat's trolling right now. Listen, your comedy is noted. It is varying levels of funny.
The world this Xenos sought to conceal, now consumed.
24-hour stream confirmed February 26th. We'll do it at least one day while the Tech Marine on Tech Marine launch at some point. Probably though. That's probably the best day for it, to be honest. I have a couple collabs coming up then too.
I am the righteous storm.
Explosive offering prepared.
Do we know if custom strategy missions are offline or match made? I'm pretty sure you have to be on the server to actually play them, but they are. You can play them with other players. I don't think you can actually match make with them though. Maybe you can. I didn't try that at all on the Puppet Test server.
Let rain cleansing fire.
Real talk. Alright, explosive charge. Grab this one. Defense mechanism is like just an absolute crutch perk on this build. Or really any build. It's like that. It's the only crutch perk this class really has. As armor reinforcement.
Bless this detonator.
Do you do this full time or are you unemployed? I am definitely unemployed. And that's why you should buy my channel membership, because otherwise we're gonna be starving.
Explosive offering prepared. We need only await the creature now.
The Hive Titan will reach your position shortly. Join the Imperial Guard defense.
Buy my NFTs, yeah.
And move that Xenos Colossus into the kill zone.
FTG has NFTs, we have endless NFTs.
Jump pack refueled.
NFT, haven't heard that term in a while. You may have not heard the term NFT in a while, but
But the Imperium is
NFTs are still everywhere. There's like, they kind of hide themselves, you know? They hide in plain sight. Like combat knives in CSGO. The FTG rug pull when FTG coin. FTG, what does the pinned comment say? Okay. The trolling begins again, I see.
Astartes! We were not expecting such illustrious company in the rear ranks.
Right.
We've got a handle
I don't know how they're
on
still
these
around,
buildings.
even though there's plenty of examples of people who lost hella money.
Right now. The
Hey, listen, nobody ever said people as like a general concept are intelligent, right? There wouldn't keep being rug pull coins if people stopped getting rug pulled, alright?
to bring down the supply grid.
Let's put it that way.
It's already done, Young. This is a withdrawal order.
Negative. The objective is the Hive Titan on the bridge. Defend this position until the Tenet command unit is executed.
Understood. My lord. May the Emperor guide our lifelines to your support. Ready up! Show the Emperor's angels what they are!
There's always a grift, that's true.
Over the bridge! Another throng bears down the bridge!
Commencing reload.
They're stacking up!
Hello, bro. When is the update? I just started seeing the stream. It's on the 26th of February.
On its way. But there is a horde of Xenos between you and it.
They are over
Dig in
the
for the
walls.
long haul.
Let us punt.
You have its attention.
Would you ever consider doing a video about what order you recommend buying the heroic weapons in for new players? As a matter of fact, I already have that video partially made, so yes. I'll give you a sneak peek. Number one, I would say things like that. Heavy weapons in general are really good because heavy weapons really suffer from damage numbers more so than like fencing weapons do, because you can kind of make up for like a shitty melee weapon by having a high gun strike on your secondary, like having like a relic to your heavy bolt pistol. For ranged weapons, like a heavy plasma just sucks ass if you don't have any perks attached to it, or like any higher tier variants. So I would recommend things like heavy bolter, heavy plasma, because these are not transferable weapons in other classes. They're exclusive to heavy. So leveling them up on their own does kind of suck. Those are pretty good for that. Other options would be things like the heavy bolt rifles coming out. That's on a lot of classes. That can make leveling your class itself a bit easier, but... When does the Twitch drop start? Part of the update? Yeah, they come out on the 12th. On the 26th, most likely. They haven't given us an official date for the Twitch drops, but they should be out the exact same week. Likely the same day. They usually do them the day of. They did that for every other patch. They had Twitch drops attached to.
Give the hive beast a moment. Detonate the charges now.
See how long you can hold out in this part? I've actually done that before, but the game just crashes eventually. Alright, what else we got here?
Bayonets. They're on us.
They are over the walls. Let us punish them for it. Die, beast.
Dozawing, we have given the infernal Xenos a fitting burial.
Have they said what the Twitch drops are, or did I miss it? So, we don't know exactly what the Twitch drops are yet. We do know that they're going to have, like, a one weapon skin, I believe, and one chest plate confirmed. So, there's at least one armor part. And chest plates are usually pretty popular, so... But I won't lie, the quality of Twitch drop cosmetics is usually lower than, like, the cosmetic DLCs, because they put less effort into them. Some of them are pretty good, though. Like, Aquila chest plate, pretty cool.
Word is bond. This void
One
soul
armor
behemoth
part.
has seen
I mean, it could be
its
more.
last
They haven't
day.
confirmed. How to link Twitch to your account? If you go to like the pros website,
It to a lingering death under there were it not still
it's like it's by Focus. Focus will have it all attached to their stuff. That's how you link them. Do accolades cap at 1k or 2k? They cap at 1k, and the reason for that is because they want you to keep playing. So if you were able to cap out at 2k, when they do have a massive heroic weapon release of like 6 items at once, you, the player, will not be required to play the game for very long. But if they cap it at 1k, you can't buy them all at once. You can this patch, mainly because this patch was like more of a bonus of heroic weapons. They weren't intending to release these 3 initially. But usually they have released heroic weapons in batches of 6. So they do that so like if you're a dedicated player, you can buy half of them on launch of the patch itself. But you still have to go grind for the rest of them.
Pitiful Xenos. Horrible blood. Do not let that one conquer his herd, the alien scum. Jump pack refueled.
How's it going, FTG? Love the Bulwark Power Fist guide. I'm glad it could help, brother. Which one, though?
Terrorize it in our
There are like 4.
Pursue and eliminate. We will not have a better opportunity to finish it off.
Are you excited for not losing contested health in the grab next update? Yeah, I am very excited about that. Now, so for those of you unaware, in patch 12, they will be changing grabs to not drain contested health until the animation is actually done. Which means you'll still lose your armor and your HP, but you'll have a chance to get it back. Like right now, getting grabbed on your own, like without any teammate intervention, just means you just lost all your HP. Unless you have like a quantum controller from AliExpress.
The Xenos infestation is steady. Christ reinforcements. We are the nation. I'm airborne ready. Pay no heed to its lurking shadow. We are the hunters here. Swapping magazine. Jump back refuel. Crash downstream. On those patrols. Stop. No alien trespass. That pitiful Xenos was but a horrible light. Commencing reload.
Is there a link to the official release date of Techmarine? I mean, that is the official release date of Techmarine. It's in the pin comment. That is confirmed directly by Saber's own community managers. And they have it on their Discord too. Jackal Tenebrous for the raid. What's up, Jackal? It's been a minute. How are you? We're currently doing some questionable questionable gaming. How are we doing? We are doing good. I'm hyped for Techmarine. I'm also hyped for like things to actually level in this game. I posted on Instagram as well, that too. Let me go up here. We're just doing a good old heroic power fist run. Something to do, lol, for you. Yeah, it's been a while since there's been like anything like really unlocked in this game. Honestly, since patch 11, we haven't really had like a proper update to Space Marine 2 since November of last year.
The heretics' jamming must reach this far. The devious tricks of this creature will not deter us.
Okay. Big barrel through here and grab that. When was the last time I leveled a class? There's actually, you can check the exact date for that if you go back far enough on my YouTube live stream, so you'll see the last time when I was doing like the prestige art grind, that was when. It's like April of last year. Almost a year. And it sucked, might add. Get punked. Grab your tiny little brain. Oh, and a relic.
This will sustain me in my darkest hour.
Though I still had to like level up the power axe and stuff like that in the Pyre Cannon, but that's a lot easier than leveling up the class. Bang.
Xenos lurkers stamped out. The Biobore threatens us no more.
I hope they were able to resolve most of the issues of the class. They'll probably resolve at least 2 out of 5 of them. That's my expectation.
Wounds of the Imperium.
classes are a grind, they certainly are. I would say they're arguably the worst grind in the game.
Together we go. Have you realized? The Emperor demands your
Fine.
purgation.
Oh. It's close.
The Xenos infestation is steady. Reloading magazine.
Armor reinforcement makes this boss a joke. Oh. There we go. That's the proper time for that. Punch you.
Rejoice! We have more
Who's ready for new ordeals? I mean, if they add new things to unlock in the ordeals, I will care a lot more than I do now. You should just completely face roll this dude. Incredible.
I grant you destruction. Xenos avenging angel disposed. Die by my
Heroic Power Fist be like. Right, there we go. That's the Heroic Power Fist with defense mechanism that time. That's probably one of the easiest assault builds for obvious reasons. Especially versus Tyranids, where all you really have to do is just execute and shoot gun. And easy W.